So my job fired me today. I got fired today because they seen my post and they seen that I was standing with Rodney Hinton Jr. Volkswagen fired me because they said that that goes against the company's policy. So the company has a policy where they can look at your social media, and if they don't agree with your post that you make on social media, they can let you go. Um, I've been with this company for a minute now. I've been with them for over 5 years, but they decided to fire me because of my views on the Rodney Hinton Jr. situation that I made online, and it didn't accumulated me so many views, and I don't feel like that this is right. I don't feel like a company should be able to look at your social media posts and fire you, but Volkswagen fired me today because of my social media posts. If anybody's ever went through that or had to go through that with a company, let me know. I don't know what to do now. I know I gotta go get another job, but if you out here and you making these contents and you standing with these people and you planning on being a part of it, just know that there's stuff that's gonna come back behind this. Not gonna cry and complain. I'm just letting you know that because I stood up and I made a decision to stand with this black brother in his time, that my job let me go. So be careful what you post.
Yeah, y'all do know that y'all are at will employees, right? And the paperwork that you sign when you then become an employee of these locations, which of course I went through the comments and I've also looked at the posts that he made that wound up getting him fired, and they pretty incendiary. So I'm gonna go over that in a little bit. But when you sign up to be a part of these companies, you basically give them permission, and they do have the permission to be able to look at your social media because you are a representation of the company. When you put that shirt on that he got right there, that uniform, and you say, I am a part of this dealership, then you become a part of the company and your representation of it. The companies don't want to be involved in most instances with political issues, with social issues, none of that stuff. And so when you then get online and say it, and you say the most crazy stuff or you stand with stuff, then they have the right to be able to terminate you. Now, the other side of it is, of course, I went through the comments and people, oh, we gonna boycott Volkswagen. First of all, there was a dealership. Secondly, nobody cares. Volkswagen is the largest manufacturer of vehicles in the world. They not tripping about it. But more importantly, I remember when I was in corporate America and before I really, really went hard on this social media stuff, when I retired in 2019, that's when I started making the transition towards really having that conversation. But I didn't want to involve the company that I was with that was paying me into what it is that I was saying online. It's very simple. You have to be careful. They are paying you. You sign paperwork that says, I will do A, B, and C. If at any time you don't do that, then you don't have a case because you are an at will employee and they don't owe you loyalty. They owe you a paycheck based off of services rendered. Y'all too old and y'all too grown to be dealing with this. Aside from the fact, now we're going to deal with whatever it is that he said in the second half of this video. But aside from the fact that he said some crazy stuff, in my opinion, based off of what you know about the case. So, okay, let me bring y'all up to speed. So, Rodney Hinton Jr. is the father in Cincinnati that crashed out after his son was killed, right? Getting caught stealing a vehicle, being a Kia boy, getting caught stealing vehicles with his homeboys, had a pistol, wound up getting himself in a situation that he couldn't get himself out of. So, parenting issue, cultural issue. Nobody want to take accountability for it. It's always on the cop. And then the father, they released the body cam footage immediately, taking responsibility, showing you that, hey, listen, this is what he was into. This is what he did to get himself knocked off. This is his problem. This is a you problem, but we still going to be very transparent about what it is that we're dealing with. The father then goes, crashes out on a retired police officer that was basically doing traffic work in his spare time to make sure that he was helping with graduation traffic work. Cop that wasn't even associated, is not even associated with the police force, not even an official employee of a police force. He's officially retired. He goes, crashes his car into it, and then he goes into the courtroom angry. And now, of course, as usual, the culture is always standing against police officers, the very ones that protect them, the very ones that they call when they get their car stole, when it's a situation, they standing against them. And so the father crashed out. And so these overly fake militant people are online now saying that they stand with him and they saying the craziest stuff online and wind up getting themselves fired. So let's deep dive into it a little bit more. So again, I wanted to see, and of course I went through the comments, and the most ignorant of ignorant is saying stuff on there. But of course I went through the comments and I wanted to see what he was saying about this. So let me go ahead and play the one that he has pinned, the two of them that he has pinned, the first and the second one that he has pinned, speaking about this situation before he wound up getting himself canceled from his job.
Oh, now you claim you don't understand this because how Rodney Hinton went. Now we aggressors, huh? Because we want to protect our seeds. Because what Rodney Hinton did was he told you that if my son don't come home, it ain't no home. So now you looking back and you like, oh man, why a black father get to do that, huh? That's that black strength. And yeah, he might go to prison. And yeah, y'all might give him life. But we stop caring no more, man. You see, you already say we the majority up in there. But as long as you start continuing to take our life out here, we gonna make y'all the minority of getting hunted down. You can't keep doing that to us. We ain't going. Rodney gonna be straight wherever he going. He understand, like every black man understands at a certain point that sacrifices must be made. Sacrifice must be made. Can't keep holding our hands. We can't keep being in the background scared no more. Nobody. None of us. Me included. If you black, if you look like me, this what they doing to you. They hunting you down every day. Hunting you down every day. Hunting you down. Hunting down you, hunting down your people, hunting down us. They want us out of there.
So it has nothing to do with the fact that he was stealing cars, that he was holding a pistol, that he has another child that he'll never see again, that he's going to jail, that the child is probably a reflection of the father, and that he killed an innocent man. These are the people that you guys are hiring. These are the people that you interact with on a daily basis. These are the people that are trying to logically vote for whoever it is to create the laws that ultimately govern us. Let's continue. Is more.
And then when you react, oh man, you a criminal. Man, listen, bro. If y'all killing us anyway, what we got to lose?
And these are the people that then put on their uniform and go and work for these European companies. They put on the uniform. They're expecting a paycheck from the European companies, and he's saying, we don't have nothing to lose. Let's just go ahead and crash out anyway. So he's expecting for them to give him a paycheck and expecting loyalty against the very people that he's looking to protect himself from. There's more. I said that I had another one, and I just want to make sure that we sharing everything, okay?
I want to know who the fuck made it right that just because the police can't catch, he couldn't catch Robert Hinton's son, that he had the right to pull out his service weapon and shoot. Like, what the fuck make that right?
All right, I'm gonna just leave it there. I always like to give credit to the content creator, so that link will be down in the description. Make sure you guys, regardless of whether I agree or not, I always give credit to the content creator. I know that there's going to be some people that agree. There's going to be some people that disagree. We too old. We too old to be playing these games, to be getting fired from our jobs, talking about crashing out. That man is going to prison for the rest of his life because he a crash dummy. And obviously, his son is a reflection of it. And he got another one out there that he never gonna see again. Ain't that crazy? No, that's not crazy to us. Yeah, I know. That's where we get that black fatigue thing from. Anyways, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Alternately, Teej Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off of life. I'd love to know what you guys think inside of the comments. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.